I think
Why
people
so?
see my accolades and they don't know the story behind it. So, I was really horrible at getting out of the blocks. I could run, but I was so bad at getting out of the blocks. And if you know anything about particularly the shorter races, the
The sprints.
sprints, you have to be able to explode out of the blocks. And that was just truly, pun intended, an Achilles heel for me. And Bob Kersey just helped me work on that. There were many practices that ended up with me just being in tears, so frustrated, just wanting to give up. And there were times when I'm like, forget the block. I'm just going to run. But that leaves you so much more room to make up, And with practice, with diligence, with dedication, just not focusing on how frustrated I was, I got to the point where, boy, was I fast out of the blocks. And that really made all the difference. The other thing about me is I understood the importance of being strong, of strength, right? You look at any of my pictures. I mean, I'm retired now, so my muscles aren't quite bulging in the same way. But that was definitely, I know, something that attracted people, especially when I would wear my one-legged unitards. It was a very striking image. And I understood that because I wanted more for my life than just running track. So I was positioning myself. And I made those myself. Remember I told you my mother was a seamstress and
Okay.
I learned how to sew at a very young age. So I made all of my own uniforms myself. And then, would put on whatever logo for whoever was sponsoring me at the time. But I, you know, overcame that frustration of the issue with the blocks. Bob Kersey's an amazing coach, and I understood the importance of strength. And so I spent quite a bit of time also weight training. I loved lifting weights. That it was just truly my happy place, and it showed. Now, of course, I wasn't immune to some of the whispers about my body or quote unquote that I came
Enhanced.
out overnight or whatever. But those are just from people who don't know me and have not taken the time to really understand what my trajectory was and just how disciplined I was and how hard I worked. I think there were some people who were also prone to want to
Smear the name.
yeah, marginalize me because it's not possible for me to be everything that I was and to set the records that I did and yet to show up in the form that I did.